So let me get some lighting. Let's see. Okay, that's a little better on the lighting. Okay, great. I'm over today. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Austin.
Austin, super.
Yes, sir.
I love that city. It's a great town.
Yeah, me too. Originally from New York and moved here, but yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I wanted to just let the folks that are out there know a little bit about Pitch Investors Live. So we can give a quick little overview, and then when you give your presentation, if you could, just for everybody's sake, start with who you are, the name of the company, and then give your pitch, and then we're going to take it from there. Okay.
Sounds great.
So, okay, super. So welcome to Pitch Investors Live. Pitch Investors Live is a mobile app that matches people that are looking for capital and connections, primarily looking to raise capital, with investors, much like SharkTank. As an original shark, I'm Kevin Harrington, by the way. Thanks for being here today. And much like we did on Shark Tank, people would come in, give their pitch, and the 5 sharks would simultaneously get into a frenzy over the opportunity if they liked it, and kind of ask questions and sometimes negotiate a deal to invest money. Pitch Investors Live is very similar in that we're matching people that have a great business opportunity, and they've been to get to this level here. We now have various folks that have put this process together so that we're going to be taking an actual pitch here right now, live this morning. And so fantastic. We got thousands of people coming to our presentations, and lots of excitement around this. And so thank you for being here today. I'm going to turn it over to our gentleman from Austin, Texas. Let's hear from you on the opportunity that exists, and give us your pitch.
Thank you very much, Kevin. My name is Seth Louie. I am the co-founder of ChatMod. We are a complete suite of Telegram tools for blockchain communities. So while everybody's building all their tokens, we are building the shovels and the pickaxes for the gold rush.
Fantastic. So now, for those that aren't familiar maybe with Telegram, could you explain a little bit about what Telegram is?
Sure. Telegram is basically just a platform for international platform for decentralized and private communication. So it's basically the main source of communication for blockchain communities. So everybody who's a fan of whether it's one blockchain company or another, they will be in these communities, and they will discuss the project, and they will help invest as well. So a lot of them are actual investors into the blockchain communities or companies.
So how many different communities does Telegram have?
Oh, there's so many. Telegram has 200 million monthly active users. That was last reported in March of 2018. So it's probably gone up from then. Telegram is also the main platform for these blockchain communities. We currently have over 1,000, but there's also
1,000 communities.
1,000 communities. Sorry. Yeah, we actually have 725,000 reachable users right now.
So when did you start? And just trying to get an overview of what you guys have done to date. So the company's called ChatMod.
Yes.
You started to offer various services to the communities. Is that correct?
Yeah. So let me give you the background here real quick. I have been in the bot space. So chatbots were a huge thing when Facebook came out and they opened up their API. So I was the founder of essentially the largest app store for bots. That was in 2016. So I've been in the space for a long time. ShipChain actually came to us, and they were looking for a bot that would help them moderate their community and such. So automation, let's call it a quote unquote bot. That's when we kind of started getting the ball rolling on this, and we knew we could turn it into a SaaS product. So there's really 3 tiers of ChatMod. There's moderation, there's growth, and then there's security, which is one of the most important ones. So with security and ChatMod, we can automatically run security while blockchain companies are sleeping. So some are in Hong Kong, some are in United States, and you're on different parts of the world, but you have fans everywhere globally. So you need moderation 24/7, and you need security 24/7, and that's why we created ChatMod.
Great. And so I think you mentioned ShipChain because you know that I'm involved in that company.
I did not actually.
Oh yeah. So I'm one of the original founders of ShipChain. So that's very interesting. That I thought you'd mention that to get a plug. So
I mean, I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah. So do you still do business with ShipChain?
Yes, the bot is still active in their community. We, when they first came to us, Brian and some of the other founders there at ShipChain, it was, I think they had about 3,000 users in their community. And then we've basically managed their community from 3,000 to 30,000, I think or 36,000 or something like that was the top number. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it was that high. So, they were basically our alpha users, I guess you would say, in November. And then we just literally rolled this out to the public about 4 or 5 months ago now. So for 5 months, we grew to 725,000 users.
Great. So the just giving an overview as an investor would look at this. Telegram has 200 million users, thousands of communities, and what you and you come out of the bot space. So you decided by approaching one of the companies, interestingly enough, that I'm involved with, that these communities need services. They need as you mentioned it, the picks, the axes, the tools, the shovels, etc. Right? So now. And I want to define the services because you mentioned security, and I want to understand, and I know a little bit about this because I come from this space. But for investors that don't know from the securities and all of that, what are the total amount of services, the suite of services that you provide, and is security at the top end of the needs of these communities, and what other services do you provide?
Yep. So security definitely is our top priority. We want the communities to be safe, and we want the community users to be safe as well. And the best way to do that is through security. So there are a lot of bad links that are shared in communities, and there's a lot of spam attacks. And as many people probably don't know this, but within blockchain, it's there's a lot of attacks on just hardworking individuals who just want to invest in a project just by bad links or phishing attacks or any of that kind of sort of stuff. So security is our main focus, I would say, because once we created the moderation tools, there really wasn't much there that we needed to upgrade. There's tweaks and stuff that we can do, but security is one of our main focuses. So with moderation, we can automatically use the bots to moderate bad words. We can ban users. We can warn users. We can, block images and different things like that. But growth is something that we're also focused on. So we've built in a referral network and a referral system. So it's basically like affiliate referrals within Telegram. So if you and I are in the same or I'm in a channel or a group and I think you would be great asset to that community, I can send you a unique link, and I would get potentially rewards based on how many users I invite to that community. So we're also focused on growth as well.
Okay, so one question that comes to mind is, why wouldn't a Telegram, who's got 200 million monthly users, why wouldn't they provide these kinds of services themselves?
Telegram wants to be hands off as much as possible. Although, I could see them potentially building some of these, tools or whatever. But the thing is, like, within ChatMod, the power behind ChatMod is that the network that is using ChatMod. So if user A joins one community and they're flagged as spam or phishing attack or something, they can't join our other networks that are using the same service. So we're actually kind of like this big overarching shield to all of the communities that are using ChatMod.
Gotcha. So yeah, perfect. Okay, so what is walk me through the monetization again? Obviously, when you came into ShipChain, offered them your services, they're paying you some kind of fee. This is a SaaS,
yep.
Kind of a play. So is it a monthly fee per a community? How's it work, and where have you gone so far in terms of revenue?
Great question. Yes, there's two parts of our revenue. One is a SaaS, which is a monthly payment. We have a free tier, which is under 1,000 users, because we want to be the main authority in the crypto space. So we want to help people grow as well. And then we have a basic tier, which is $100 a month, and that is just one channel over 1,000 users. And then we get to like a premium, which is multiple channels or over 20,000 users. So your big accounts. The second basically leg of our revenue that we're actually just getting into now is that we're looking into advertising, and we're testing some things out right now. So the best approach here is that within direct messaging, chatbots actually get 80 to 90% open rates with 50 to 60% click through. So we're way better than email, and we can actually direct message these users who opt into it. Of course, we don't want to be spamming everybody.
Yeah. So so as you represent, did you say you have over 1,000 communities now, 700 plus 1,000 people?
We have over 1,000 communities that have added the bot to their platform. There's 1,000 communities, and then there's active communities. So the active communities are about 170, and we have a combined of 725,000 reachable users.
Where do you see this growing to over the next 12 months?
Oh, great question.
That's what investors look for. They
Yes.
want to see growth, right?
We actually have some, I can't really drop any names right now, but we actually have some acquisition offers already. But our mission has always been just to clean up the crypto community. So as long as we're pushing forward, that's what we're going to be trying to do. I can see us hitting over probably 2 to 5 million reachable users within the next 12 months, maybe even more. Like I said, we've only been really live for 5 months and 725,000. We are talking about reducing our price so we can kind of expand a little bit more and spread our wings a little bit more, so more people will use us.
Got you. So are all of your services automated type services, like your bot company? It's all automated, SaaS oriented, or are there any services that require, individuals, human eyes, any service oriented things that you provide from a human performance standpoint?
Everything is automated. Even our marketing. I am terrible at marketing, so I automate it.
Okay.
No, but just everything has been automated within our platform. So even like announcements, they go out kind of like a like Buffer, which I believe they're making 1.2 million a month recurring revenue. So we're basically like Buffer inside of Telegram as well. So everything's basically automated. They do have a lot of people that have community managers that kind of maintain, but we're reducing management because the bot can work 24/7.
So it sounds like your model, to some extent, is let people kind of test the waters a little bit. As they're small, they don't pay anything, but as they get rolling, they obviously then jump into a monthly fee. I assume you obviously with the number of clients you have, 170 active clients, you have some revenue streams.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about revenue? Where are you today versus where do you think you'll be a year from now on a monthly basis, yearly basis?
Yeah, I'm pretty open about that stuff. We're actually about, I think, 3,500 monthly recurring right now.
Okay.
We started off, I think our first month was 750, and then we've just been growing since then.
Okay. And is there, as you go, is there any benefit to, you mentioned 725,000 individual users. Do you get benefit out of the number of users that a company has? I mean, you get to charge more, or if you got to 100 million users, is there any benefit to that database?
I mean, there's always a benefit to the more users that you have, but we do, from like a company standpoint, if they do have over 20,000 users in their community, we do charge more for a premium because of AWS and services like servers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once we're kind of like doing a lot of research right now in our second leg of revenue, which is the advertising model. So we're looking into different things, aspects like that, to where somebody can actually reach out. Sorry, my Roomba just kicked on. People can actually charge to advertise and stuff, or pay us to advertise.
Is there a firewall on having access to these names? Also, you're not allowed to communicate directly with these users, I assume.
You're right. There's like I said before, security is huge for us, even with GDPR. Yeah.
Right.
So that's primarily, we're GDPR compliant, and that's another thing that we're working with. So yes, we cannot reach out to these users. With cryptocurrency, obviously there's a huge push on security, and we're taking all the necessary steps there.
It's important, I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Good answer. So, okay, well, Seth, it's I think that when investors like myself or anybody out there listening is looking at kind of where a company stands, I would consider this a startup. Obviously, you're 4 or 5 months in, 3,500 a month in income. I did see a deck that came through, and so I had a chance to skim that. But what any investor, especially I come out of the as seen in TV space, and we'd have things that would scale to millions of dollars a week in sales, and so I know that this is a whole different concept. We had lots of people taking phone calls, shipping products, answering customer service. So we had a very high human touch level involved in our core business. What I like about your business is it's all operated automatically, seamlessly, without the human touch angle. So if you got this up to $1 million a month in income, it would be very profitable, I assume, because certainly you're going to need more people, but than a handful. But it's an automatic business model, the SaaS model that has great profit percentage potential. So, but I think the key thing that someone like myself would focus on, and this is why I said, where will you be a year from now? This that's the key. So I'd like to, outside of this call we're having today, I'd like to dive a little deeper on what it would take to get, to, substantial revenues that could, make a difference. And I guess just the last question I'm going to ask you, and then we'll wrap it. How much money are you looking for? And do you have a proposal here as part of this, the presentation, the pitch that you're making? So much cash for so much equity, or what's the deal?
We actually weren't looking to raise. I was invited on by Jonathan, but the more we kind of dive into this, like you said, everything is very automated, hands off. There's only two of us. And, okay. we also work on different stuff. If we could focus on this full time, I think it would be a different discussion. So I think, yes, there is potential to raise
right
down the road. I haven't figured that out yet in what we're trying to do. We're bootstrapping right now, and we're not, doing a token or any of that kind of stuff like normal crypto companies would do. So I'm currently just looking for advisors at this point.
Okay.
But if there's like, I'm an open book. So I'm
okay.
trying to figure it out.
I appreciate it. Listen, you've come to the right place. In terms of advising and mentoring, things like that. This is part of what Pitch Investors Live is all about. Myself personally, also, I think we're all in from our side in the business of looking to get in on the ground floor, like I did with ShipChain, by the way.
Right.
It's the key there. I mean, in my world, I over the years I've shipped a lot of products, and that's how I got involved with ShipChain. So I like where you're going here, and like I said, what I'd like to do. I'm going to summarize and then wrap this up, and so we can move on. But I think I like the fact that you had a previous business that went to a reasonably significant level. I don't want to get into all of that in this call because this is about ChatMod right now. But in our next discussion, I want to hear more about what you did before with the App Store and Apple, et cetera, with your bot business. But you've got success already in the SaaS world. You're going to take it to a new level here. And I think that this is what Pitch Investors Live is all about, connecting people that have a track record, a new business opportunity with potential investors, advisors, mentors. And so anybody that's out there has an opportunity, because I don't know how many are currently listening to us, but this gets replayed. We could be sometimes we touch thousands and even maybe tens of thousands of people that might be hearing this presentation as we go global with Pitch Investors Live. So I want to thank you, Seth Louie, for being part of our program today. And it's really cool to be able to connect with you. Here I am in Hong Kong, and you're in Austin, Texas. I love Austin. I have a lot of friends in Austin. So we can connect outside of here. I'm back at the end of the month, but one of the things I'd love to know is there a conference that maybe both of us might be at in the upcoming, weeks, before the holidays? It'd be great if we could get together. I don't know what your travel schedule is. I go to Singapore tomorrow. I'll be in Los Angeles. I'll be back in Tampa, Florida, but then I'm in Phoenix and Las Vegas, and I got a lot of other stops I'll be making here over the next few weeks. So let's see if we can connect face to face, Seth. I like what you're doing, and I think you have a great business model. I love the operating without a lot of employees business model. If we can connect you into other opportunities, I think there's a great chance here that we can help you grow this business. So let's connect at another time when I get back to the States.
Sounds great. And thank you very much for taking the time.
You bet. Thank you very much. And thanks for all the people listening to Pitch Investors Live. Take care. It's Kevin Harrington signing off from Hong Kong. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.